I'm really excited to start this video because I'm feeling really, really good. It's Bank Holiday Monday, start of a new week. I've had a few days of just not really feeling my full self at all. Actually, I feel like I've had quite a wobble. Not to start this vlog on a bad foot. I'd rather be honest. Like I want this channel to be like an honest space and somewhere that people feel like they can relate, and actually that it's not like someone's just showing you this like perfect, ridiculous life where no one ever has any problems. Yeah, for the last few days, like, just haven't felt myself at all. I think it's come down to the fact that I got back from travelling. My life is so different and I'm so grateful for everything. But it's been such a big adjustment that I don't really feel like I've processed the adjustment or even processed that I went travelling. Like, I quit my job, I left my apartment, I gave my cat to my sister, like, I gave up a lot of things and changed my whole life to go travelling. And then it feels like then you just kind of get sucked back in, you're back into the UK life, and it's like, where did the time go? What actually is my plan now? Like, I don't know what my plan is. So yeah, I think it's just been like navigating that really. Something that I haven't spoken about on this channel before is that I have ADHD, and I do want to make more content around this to help people who are managing it without taking the pharmaceutical medication, because that is what I do. Since I've been back, really a big rush. It's been quite distracting. I've been all over the place, and then when you kind of like sit in the stillness, it can get overwhelming, really. What am I actually doing? I don't have a job. Like, what is the plan? I've got job interviews next week. What if I don't get the jobs? And that does all dawn on you. Like, I don't want to obviously sit and wallow in a pit of anxiety, but also like, let's cut the shit. These are thoughts that are gonna come up. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I've been feeling a bit of a certain way, and I kind of knew like there was things that I need to do to get myself back on track. Like, I'm living with family at the moment, but we're going between my boyfriend's family's house and my family's house, and I'm finding the moving around a lot and stuff. Like, I've just got back from travelling, and although it seems like a small thing, with ADHD you need routine. Like, you do need some element of routine. And at the moment, I don't feel like I have that. So although I'm loving this phase of just like chilling, doing whatever, I really have been craving the element of routine. And I know that that's what I need to function. Like, I do have to have it. And although I think I'm like this free spirit, fuck it, I'll do whatever I want, it's like, actually, for me to function properly, I need that. So I'm trying to incorporate a little bit more routine. And I am very aware that this week I am going to be making a decision on what job to go for, feeling like I'm ready for this week. A little reminder for anybody who does watch my videos, who does struggle with ADHD and how that impacts their life. A little reminder that sometimes it is overwhelming, but you will get back on track. Like, I definitely have phases with it where I really, really notice it, and it is a lot worse. And the times when that is, it's when I'm not in routine, point blank. There's a few things for me. It's routine, it's microdosing, and also keeping active. Like, if I'm not staying active, that's an issue for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I actually need to be burning that energy. Like, my sleep suffers, everything suffers. Like, my mental state, my anxiety, my head is 100 miles an hour. Whereas when I'm keeping fit, or if I'm doing a workout, that just completely mutes, it switches off, and also it helps how my head is for the rest of the day. So yeah, I kind of know within myself, and I've got to a point that there's a few things that I need to do for me to properly function and live a realistic, happy life, essentially. Something else that I've not really spoken about on this channel yet is that I do microdose, and that is something that really, really helps with my ADHD. It's not something that I do all of the time. I kind of go in cycles, and I do take big breaks from doing it. But yeah, I'm in the process currently of obviously getting ready for my job interviews this week. I'm feeling good. It's Monday. The sun's out, kind of. I'm going to go for a nice walk today. I'm going to start the week fresh-minded. I've had a little bit of a wobble over the last couple of days. I think things have just got a little bit much or overwhelming, but I think I'm at peace with that, and that's okay. And now I'm feeling a lot more better, and I can take on the week. And I'm glad about that, because my final stage interview for the job that I want is tomorrow. So this week is about being back on track and staying on track. My aims for the week, and I'm going to take you with me, is to bring microdosing back in to my daily routine and to do it with intention. I want to be going for walks / runs when my running trainers finally arrive. Where are they, by the way? I feel like I've gone on about them in probably my last 2 vlogs. So anyway, I've just started microdosing again, which I will make more videos on that specifically, like if it is something that people are interested in hearing about. And I know that I've spoken about in my previous videos about other supplements that I take, which is like ashwagandha, and I take the mushroom complex containing the likes of like lion's mane, reishi, etc. I swear by mushrooms in general as a supplement. It's helped my life, it's changed my life. Even lion's mane has just been amazing for my brain function. It's something that I will take forever. I will take it to the grave. Like, mushrooms are the holy grail. Anything that's going to help me start my day with like lifted mood, more energy, but also like feeling a calmness as well, because I think that's important for me, especially with managing ADHD, that I do have an element of calm in that energy, if that makes sense, because it can be quite like erratic. Along with starting microdosing again, I have actually discovered Magic Mind. Basically, Magic Mind is a mental performance chart. This has helped me so much in the last few days to feel mental clarity and get back on track. And it says reclaim your brain, which I really, really like. I think the packaging's really, really cute as well. It's not a caffeine replacement, but you can take it with your coffee day to day, because like I don't know about you, but I love my morning coffee. Like, it's part of getting up. I'll either have a cup of tea or I'll have a coffee. Instead of it replacing that, it's more to be taken with that. But yeah, I love anything like this, and anything that can be taken in unison with your morning caffeine anyway, and also contains mushrooms, is a yes from me. A lot of the times with these little shots or anything green, they don't taste good. This actually tastes really, really good. So I'm gonna have mine now. Yeah, it contains ashwagandha, a few other different types of mushrooms, and obviously like the main one for your brain function, which is lion's mane. I have a discount code for Magic Mind, and I will put that at the bottom of the screen somewhere. It'll get you 50% off your first order, which, like, who can go wrong with half price, do you know what I mean? Way! Done? Right, there's your coffee. Air fryer's on with lunch. We're having a very classic lunch. We're having fish fingers, chips and beans. I was just like, why not? You know what I mean? It's like pub grub, innit? Well, or pub grub / chip shop. You know what I mean? In the meantime, I'm going to make a cup of tea. Want oat milk or?
Yeah, better oat milk, you know.
Righty. Cup of tea.
Today.
I'm being intense.
Yes.
Wee. I love having an air fryer.
It's good, isn't it? We're definitely going to get one.
Yeah, that's probably like a moving necessity for me, because it's just too easy and too convenient. Like that, I didn't even know you could do that smart feature on it where it matches the time.
They are just really good, aren't they?
They're just good, and apparently they save on your electric bills as well. It's not that taxing on your electric, so which is good. And I want to minimise how much I'm using the microwave.
Yeah.
Like, for example,
microwave.
Like, well, the thing is, it is good for certain things, isn't it? And like for your meal preps and stuff. But like things like today with the beans, I'm going to cook the beans in a pan on the hob, yeah. But I think realistically, you kind of need a microwave.
You kind of need it just for like stuff, don't you?
Like just like, you know, like quick things or. But like if I've got the time, I would do the pan. I'll do the beans in the pan today. Do you know what I mean? The size of this apple, I need to show it in the fruit bowl because my mum gets a organic vegetable and fruit delivery from a farm, and the fruit and the vegetable difference is actually like mental. Like, look at them apples. It's giving Snow White. They're absolutely massive. They're absolutely massive. I'm expecting Snow White to walk in at any minute. Do you know what I mean? Right, I feel like I need a little bit of a debrief because last time I checked in, I was going for job interviews and I've not vlogged yesterday because I was very much in like interview mode. But safe to say that I've kind of like learned a little bit of a lesson. I just want a little bit of a debrief about it. So we've now skipped a day and it's Wednesday. I just want to kind of debrief on a bit of a lesson that I've learned throughout this process is to not ignore your intuition. Like, I always, in my personal life, will always talk about that. And I'm so like, if your intuition is telling you something, you shouldn't ignore it. But I was ignoring something about a job because basically, to be totally honest, the money was really, really good. Like, it was higher money than I'd earned from a role before. Green flag. Obviously, I'm going to be on a buzz about that. And then it was doing something different to what I'd done before. So it was like a new challenge. So I just thought, why not? Like, I'm going to go for it. But one thing I will say, that in every interview, I've left it feeling deflated, feeling like something's a little bit off, but then I've carried on with it and chosen to ignore it because I wanted to try something new. And obviously I wanted that bag, you know what I mean? Like, let's be real. Ooh, ready to drink already. So, went for my final stage and was told like the job was mine, there wasn't anybody else, and then I've heard back today and it's been a no. And I kind of said to myself yesterday, like, if it's a no at that point, then it just is not meant for me. Like, I've left every interview feeling quite deflated and just not really feeling excited. And I kind of said to myself, I think I've mentioned this in my last vlog actually, like, no, I'm not really excited to go back to work, but actually I haven't felt excited leaving the interviews. But actually, is that because I'm not excited about the company and starting that role? And the only one I've been excited about, I had this other interview and I wasn't meant to go for this. Like, it's a company that I've kind of like been in touch with a little bit and over the years and stuff. And, you know, it wasn't really meant to be on the table, but it just kind of came about and happened sort of naturally. And I left that interview at the first stage on a bit of a buzz. Now, I rang my boyfriend like, oh my God, spanner in the works. Like, that's kind of a bit of a plot twist. Like, I wasn't really expecting to feel that. It's like, in a way, I wanted to feel buzzing about the other role because it was a lot more money and, you know, yeah, it would have been quite cushy for me. But the vibe was just not my vibe at all. And I feel like you can only really go so far in pretending that something is. And I think, obviously, in general life, and also if anyone else in a similar position, just trust your gut and don't compromise for something like money, because your happiness is more. I kept saying like, the universe will give me the role that I'm meant to get, peace with that, and I'll kind of like just see it as whatever's meant to be will be. Like, I don't really ever get down about these things. Like, if something's a no, I appreciate it, because it's like, well, actually then I just wasn't meant to be there. And I'm grateful that actually I've got to a point where I've been able to nip that in the bud before starting. And I always say, if you've done your best and you have done everything that you can, like, there actually is nothing more that you can do, and that is it. And it's obviously clear that there's just something that is not right. I think everything happens for a reason, because today I'm going to the other interview, second stage, for the company where I was excited by it when I left, as opposed to coming away feeling deflated and drained. Red flag. Like, if you're leaving an interaction and you're drained about it, it is a red flag. And the thing is, like, I'm kind of laughing to myself because I know that myself. But yeah, I was choosing to ignore it because I was seeing the money signs of that money would be really nice. So maybe I will compromise on how I'm feeling about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's be real. But yeah, moral of the story, trust your gut. Read what energy you're receiving in the situation and try not to compromise. The other roles, like benefits, the vibe, the culture, the people, way more up my street. So this all might have just happened and worked in my favour. I'm really trying to switch the narrative of my life, that when something goes wrong, it is actually just working in your favour, and that's fine. I think I mentioned yesterday, I had this suit for this interview, and before I left, the trousers split. And I thanked myself that, I know this sounds ridiculous, but it's like, right, great. I'm so glad that they split. I'm actually glad, because although in the moment I was like, shit, what am I going to wear? What am I going to do? Imagine if they just split in the interview. Like, if they were going to split, they were going to split anyway. So whether it was before I left the house or during the interview with the CEO of the company, that would have been absolutely that would have just gone absolutely wrong for me. I would have been curtains shut, Bella Ciao, I'm getting out of here, you know what I mean? So anyway, that's my job updates. Not really much else to report. I've been very much in like interview mode. Kind of annoyed that I didn't go out at the weekend now, because I didn't go out for bank holiday because I wanted to be fresh-minded for that interview yesterday. But I've done my bit, you know what I mean? I'll be going out this weekend now, telling you that for bloody hell. We're just catching up on Married at First Sight. I've got my running kit on. I'm having a tuna jacket with some coleslaw and spring onion. Look at that. Bit of feta on top as well. Gorgeous. We're gonna go for a run. Our first run in a long time. My running trainer's arrived. this morning. So we're ready to go for a run. Interview's been moved to tomorrow. So I've got the afternoon and the day's actually looking really nice now. Like the sky is blue. So we are getting out and running. Getting my running vest on for the first time. Let's have a gander. Vest is on. I've got this water bottle as well. Very good. I've got these running trainers. They're Asics. I need to try them on again because they're a little bit tight, but I suppose a running trainer is meant to be supportive, you know? So I'm just trying that on again now. Do you feel a bit tight? Is that normal? I mean, I don't really... I'm going to just keep them anyway. They're meant to be supportive. I'm just reminding myself. They're meant to be supportive. Right. I might not wear my glasses and just end up where I'm going to end up, you know? Can we zone in for a second that I have moved around bits in my room, done it up a little bit, changed certain things, and this is what it's looking like now. I mean, I suppose I probably should have done it before and after, but it was quite an impulsive... You know when you just, like, impulsively just start moving shit around? I mean, yeah, the wardrobe door has still fell off, but we're just trying to work it all out at the minute, but... I'm so happy with it. Like, it just feels like the feng shui is a lot more aligned. Like, the room just feels better to be in and it's a bit more uplifted. And it's so mad, right? I have these cards and they're called Spirit Cat cards and they're just like little kind of like angel card vibe messages. You shuffle them and just kind of like ask for a message, right? And I've not even ever got through this whole deck. I usually get like quite similar ones that come out and like, I've not seen them all. Like, sometimes I'm kind of like pleasantly surprised that ones come out and it's like different, but literally straight after I'd done the sorting my room out, this card came out. Sorry, like, look how cute they are, and the name of it is Cozy Home, and it just flipped over. It says, meet Shrine, he loves to curl in a fluffy ball and appreciate and take in the calm, cosy expanse of his home. Create a sanctuary of peace and inspiration. Let go of objects that don't make you happy. If you've got broken items that you've been meaning to fix, unused gifts or remnants of a passionless hobby, send those things away. Clear the space and surround yourself only with things that support you and make your heart sing with the joy of being alive. Light a candle, open a window and be thankful for what you have. Honour your home. How mad is that? I'd literally just been chucking things out that I don't need. Like, I've been sorting the room out. I've been really, like, appreciating the space. Like, I literally lit a candle moments before this fell out. I just love stuff like that. It just kind of makes you realise that you're kind of on track with where you need to be. Do you know what I mean? So it's really, really nice. And yeah, other news, went for a run. I did our first run today. Very humbled by the experience. I won't lie. Like, at points, I was actually contemplating my life. Major SOS, to be honest. I feel like the thing with running, it's like a mind over matter thing. Like, I was literally telling myself, like, right, come on, you can carry on, you can do it. And like, it was not very far what we ran, you might say, but like, we still did it. And I think like that's the point. The first one is always an absolute shocker. So I'm really happy that we went anyway. First one's done. I'm going to try and do another one tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, I'm feeling good about it. Got a run done. I've sorted my room out. I feel like I'm kind of like getting the wheels set in motion for how I want things to be, which is great. But ironically, I'm now having fish and chips. Very hard when you're living at home and you've got your mum like, do you want fish and chips bringing in? Yeah, go on then. Of course I do. So I'm having fish and chips tonight. I'm going to round it off for tonight and I'll check in tomorrow. Why, could you hear this weeks ago?
I heard something, yeah. And then it went off.
Oh my God, right.
There we go!
Oh, bye!
Yes.
Bye!
Oh! And it's all intact!
Oh,
yeah,
we've saved the starling!
I can't believe it flew out that hole.
I know.
I know.
It's obviously just saw its little escape.
That's what I'm saying.
Just saved. We had to just knock a hole in this brick. Meanwhile, in the morning of our absolutely chaos lives in this chaos house, we could hear a bird in the wall. We were knocking this brick through. We've been going at it for ages. This is the situation. And I was like, I cannot see anything. Like, I can't see a bird in there. Next minute, a a full-on bird pokes its head through this hole and literally just flies out into the living room, and we've just let it go out the window. What a morning.
I'm wondering, has it been there a little while?
How long's a little while?
I think it could have been there like a couple of weeks.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Well, it's lucky that...
It's probably ate bugs and stuff, hasn't it?
What, like dead bugs in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably just survived, but...
How amazing!
That's amazing.
It made me jump
It's
back
actually...
when it came
No,
out.
I'm there going at it with the hammer. My head is literally at that hole, right? And then a little bird's head just pokes out. It poked its head out first, and then kind of like saw and just went through it.
That was it.
It was quite big. Friday. I'm literally editing this vlog as we speak, so I'm going to round this one off here because the week's coming to an end and the weekend is about to start. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.